If you wait 20 minutes to figure out that they were never buying, you didn't just lose a deal. You lost time. Today, I'm going to show you the first 3 minutes of sales calls, like my sales calls, and the exact questions I use to spot tire kickers. And I want to spot them really fast without being rude, without turning the call into some sort of interrogation, and making it really effective for your time. My name is Don Markland. I'm the co-CEO of Numi.com, and I run my own business coaching firm called Accountability Now, which is one of the largest business coaching firms in the United States. And we're going to talk about tire kickers. And most tire kickers, they're not bad people, right? Their mindset is just in research mode. They're wanting to figure out what to do. Or you run into another example where they're looking for free consulting and free advice and they just can't decide. Now, the fix for this isn't more persuasion. The fix is better questions early, so the prospect can what's called qualify themselves. So here is a little framework that we use in the first 3 minutes. And this is really your goal of the first 3 minutes. In that first period, I'm trying to get clarity on 4 things. Do they have a problem? Do they feel an urgency to act now? Can they decide? Are they a decision maker? Can they actually make a decision? And will they invest to solve it? And if any of those are missing, you're going to run into, I need to think about it at the end of your call. I promise. So how do you actually find out those 4 things? In my sales openers, it is everything. It changes everything because I want to identify that first thing, the why now. So I'll ask very simply, hey, before we jump in, what prompted you to reach out today? Or I might say like, look, I know you've been, probably wrestling with something for a long time, but why today? What made you want to do this right now? Then whatever they respond, I'm going to immediately follow it up with, hey, is it cool if I just ask you a few quick questions to actually see if we can help? And if we can't be of service, I'll tell you the truth. Now, let me tell you why this works. It lowers sales defensiveness and keeps you neutral. And people open up more when they don't feel sold. Right? So you have to take down that sales defensiveness right away. Now here's a tire kicker signal right away. If they can't answer why now with anything specific, there wasn't an event, there wasn't something driving it, there's no pressure, you're probably dealing with somebody that has high curiosity and not commitment. Here's your first trigger. Now, let's get out of the vibes issue. Okay, this is where we start to tighten it, where we get into question 3. Because a lot of times, especially junior salespeople or small business owners starting this process or coaches, you'll feel like because you're connecting really well with the person, you're having great vibes, that they're really into it. And this is where we need to get out of the vibes and into the data. So question 3 is, I'll ask, so what are you hoping to change with our coaching program? Or what are you hoping to change with whatever service we have? And immediately I'm going to follow up with, how long has that been going on? Notice what I've done. I'm helping them qualify by identifying what their long-term goal is. That's the gem. And I'm trying to quantify how long it's been a problem. And I will drive it home with this big question. So when they answer how long it's been going on, I'm going to ask them, so what has this been costing you? Time, money, missed leads, stress, team issues, whatever it is. But I want to find something real. And this is where you're listening for a gap between where they are now and where they want to be. That gap is what drives all decisions. If you're not following a person named Jeremy Miner, you need to. He teaches his stuff so well. And he teaches that idea that gap is what drives decisions, not your sales pitch. So here's some other tire kicker signals that you're going to look for. If they can't name a cost, if they stay super vague, like they say things like, oh, I just want to grow, or I just want to expand, or I just want freedom, or they want tactics before admitting the problem. They'll say things like, well, just tell me what you do. Now, as we move forward, I'm going to give you a couple more questions that we still, that first 3 minutes, help you where we get into decision making early. So I'm going to ask them, how do you typically make decisions like this? Or if I'm trying to, weed out if there's multiple people, I'll say, hey, besides you, who else needs to be involved in this conversation? Then a really simple commitment check. Before I move into my demo or into my process, I'll say, if we both feel like this is a good fit, are you in a position to make a decision today? Or do we need to talk with somebody afterwards? And I'm going to do that really soft. And before we move on, it's important to maybe touch a little bit of financial understanding, where I might ask them, what have you set aside to solve this? Or what are you looking to invest to try to solve this? And if they start to bristle at this, I will soften it big time and say, even a range is fine. I'm just trying to get an understanding of where you're at as a company or organization. Now, little tire kicker signals here. If they say things like, I'm just gathering info, or I need to ask my partner or spouse, that's not a deal killer, but it just changes how you close. Or if they say, look, I don't really have budget, that probably means they're not ready. And that's okay. Not everybody is your customer. Now, there are 3 types of tire kickers. I'm going to talk to you about them right now. There's the researcher, and they'll say things like, I'm just exploring options, or they'll, say that they're just looking for what's out there. And it's really easy to exit this. You'll say, hey, that's totally fair. Sounds like you're still in research mode. If you want, I can send you a couple of resources and help you move forward so that when you're ready to make a decision, we can talk. There is number 2, the free strategy hunter. And what they do is they ask for tactics without actually owning the problem. When you run into this, you can simply say, hey, I can definitely point you in the right direction and I can help you, but I don't really want to guess. Help me understand what you're looking for and what problem you're trying to solve so I can help you move forward. That gets them out of that mode. And then number 3, the non-decider. When they say things like, I've got to run it by my boss or my spouse or my partner, you can respond with, hey, got it. Let's do this. Let's book a 15-minute call with all of us so we don't have to play telephone tag. And then all of us can ask the right questions and understand if this is the right fit. Now, we've covered a lot in our little video today. I want you to understand that tire kickers don't necessarily mean they're not going to buy. It just means they're in research mode. And if you ask the right questions early, you don't handle those objections later, because most objections are just unqualified prospects in disguise. So run your little 3-minute filter, find out the why now, what's the cost, how they decide, who's involved, and what they'll invest. And you'll stop spending your best hours on people who are never going to buy anyway. Your job isn't to convict tire kickers. It's to find buyers faster and lead them to a decision. As always, thanks for watching this. Apply these things to your sales process. This is going to help you as a coach and a small business owner. And as always, continue to follow the channel where I'll help you grow your business and practice one client at a time.